YouTube. Hey, we're back inside the stadium. It's baseball. Back on the vlogs here on the Angie and Chuck Show. Unfortunately, Angie's not with me today on this video. But we are going up the concourse. We got our usual seats for our videos. The Burlington Bees. We're playing the Burlington Bees. Used to be affiliated with the Midwest League. Last time we did a baseball vlog here, we got beat by the South Bend Cubs in a 3-game sweep back when we was in the Midwest League. Right now we're playing in a new league. It's called the Prospect League. It's a college wood bat league. So most of these are college kids off there during the summer here. Practice, they're using wood bats instead of the loom bats they use in the NCAAs. So sit back, relax, and hopefully we'll get you some good highlights of today's game between two former Midwest League rivals, the Clinton LumberKings and the Burlington Bees. So I hope you sit here and enjoy, and hopefully real baseball fans will show up. Even we're not with developmental baseball no more, but it's still going to be good games. I had to wait for the non-copyrighted music to play in the background, but yeah, we're up in our usual seats. Unfortunately, like I said, Angie's not with me. Unfortunately, Asian Rocket will be here in a little bit. We'll probably see Asian Rocket here. I was told they're supposed to be here, and our usual fans will also be here too. But right now, we're just watching the Burlington Bees kind of goofing off on our side of the field. And that, so our guys will be coming in over there as always. And that. They're just having fun out there. But yeah, get ready for the first pitch here in a second. But yeah, we are playing in the Prospect League, college wood bat. Players are not getting paid to play, and it's going to be a fun, eventful season. It's going to be a short season because we're filming this on Memorial Day. It's May 31st. That's all. Happy belated Memorial Day out there on the channel. Right now, we're waiting for game time. We're here early. Fans will file in, usually around the last 30 minutes or so. And we'll see how many fans will actually be here for today's game. But we're not going to worry about fan counts. We're just going to sit here and enjoy the game the way I bring it to you here on the Angie and Chuck Show. Hey, as you know, on the channel, it's not a ball game. We have our garbage pail, and of course, that we got our free gifts from the LumberKings, magnets, postal schedule, and a lapel button, an eagle lapel button right there. So LumberKings are already out on the field already. It's still an hour till game time, but they're out here early to do their warm-ups and that. So gotta remember, these are college kids. These are not paid professional players. So. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be an interesting game. It's a whole new game now. Not part of the Midwest League no more. We're part of the Prospect League. And it's going to be very interesting. Quick note, if anybody comes in and picks up this program for free as you come in, it's going to list the last of the Midwest, it'll be the last remnants of the Midwest League when it comes to records and information from the Midwest League. From here on out, everything will start in the future will be towards the Prospect League and that. So anything that goes on with team records, it'll be a separate team records from developmental baseball to all new team records when it comes to the 60-game season that the Prospect League play. So everybody on the LumberKings will hold some form of new record asterisk, be an asterisk next to it. So we'll just keep that. So it'll be new team records when it comes to a 60-game season. Old team records is based on a 140-game season. That was developmental baseball at the time. So like I said, there's a huge difference. Okay, the LumberKings are about ready to take the field here.
How you doing?
Getting together for a little powwow.
No.
There goes. LumberKings is taking the field for the first time since 2019.
This time before our national anthem on this Memorial Day.
Angie's not here to say these words. Play ball! Okay, hopefully our tradition continues here. First pitch, time, temperature. Temperature is always in Fahrenheit here. So let's see what happens on the first pitch. Time and temperature on the first pitch.
First pitch at 2:02, 68 degrees. 2:02, 68 degrees.
That's doable. Oh, hit already. Burlington's got a base hit already out towards center field. It is a two-man umpiring crew, and they're just as young as the developmental umpires you see in the minor league system. So I guess they're working to earn a spot on next year's minor league system umpiring crew by working these games. Nice catch. Almost missed it. At least they kept the music to make it a pro feel. Oh, pickoff moment, but that posted it away for some reason. Oh, he's out. Got picked off. That's 2 on, 2 out, but we had picked off earlier in this inning. So we'll see what happens. Right now, there's a meeting on the mound already. Well, there's the star of the show here for the LumberKings. It's Louie, the LumberKing. Oh yeah, there's a park in the park today. There's dogs. There's dogs in the ballpark today. So at the Prospect League map. Most of our games will be playing with teams in Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri. Hey, David, if you're watching, there's your logo right there. This is probably closer to Carla's town in West Virginia. And that's a former minor league developmental. So is, I think that team, I think this team, us, Burlington, and I think... I can't think of anything else. Used to be in the minor league system, but that's... I know Danville in the old days here in what used to be a Midwest League town, and so was Quincy, was an old Midwest League town at the time. But that's the makeup of the whole Prospect League. Okay, we're on the first base side. We'll be over here for about an inning and a half to get some highlights over here. 2 outs, 1 on for right now for the LumberKings. We're in the bottom of the third. So the game is still one-third way through. I still like the major league feel or a pro game feel with the music. Oh, look at strike 3. Oh well. Not good. That's the second run they gave up on a wild throw. Oh, I got him at third anyway. Got greedy on that one. I was a little late. They had a wild throw over here at first base. Ball went over here. Then got him at third. But now we're losing 2-0 in the top of the fourth. Yeah, they just finally put the 1 out on the scoreboard. Yep, they finally got the 1 out on the scoreboard. Wow, this pitcher's just throwing wild. Well, I guess they have to learn too how to throw at this level. See what the Burlington batter does with this pitcher. Wow, just throwing wild. Home plate umpires are about to come out and break him up, but I guess they're going to keep him in the game. Yep, they're going to keep him in the game. Yep, they do keep count of how many mound visits they are allowed to have during the course of the game.
I grabbed a bunch of trash.
No, wild pitch.
Everybody's always asking for schedules.
I guess we're filming a movie, a remaking of Major League. Wild Thing out there on the mound for us. That's like 4 or 5 wild pitches he threw already in this inning. He's got good form, but it's been too low in the zone, or out of the zone low. Another wild pitch, advanced that runner over. Yeah, I think he's getting frustrated out there. It's a big crowd. Good crowd for Memorial Day. We'll be getting some shots from the berm here in a little bit. There's a nice strike. Finally, found the strike zone. Now if it stays in there, he'll do good. – 3-1 pitch on this count right here. Foul ball makes it a full count. Now if it stays in the zone, you probably get him to strike out.
A lot of people spend $200 a month.
That's ball 4. And it looks like we will see a pitching change finally. Didn't last long for being a relief pitcher. Gives him encouraging words before he hits off to the showers. Now he's being a pitcher they call stop the bleeding. Foul ball. No play, foul ball. Into the fans they go. This is where Burlington starting to feast on our pitching. Taking advantage on not very strong pitching right now. They did that in a recent game recently. Let's say before the game before this video. Burlington came back. Ooh, shot. Down in that direction. Just like in the past, even if these are college players, you gotta pay attention at this ballpark here. Foul balls come quickly here. That got through. That's gonna bring another run in. Four nothing. 1 out. Top of the 4th. Not good. That's the most important strikeout. Okay, we got out of that inning. But the LumberKings got work to do. Big time work to do. Going to the bottom of the 4th. We're down 4-0. I'm going to move out to the berm area. Okay, we moved out here to the berm. We got a runner on second base. No outs, bottom of the 4th. Just got out here. I think the guy got on a walk. But we're going to have to start manufacturing runs in a way. But hopefully not the bias type of manufacturing of run. But it would be cool if we caught it on this channel. if they tried it here. Oh, speaking of bias, Javier Bias, he used to play for the Peoria Chiefs against the LumberKings back a few years ago. I think that was before we had our YouTube channel. To see what this batter does for the LumberKings. Takes a strike. Alright, let's see what this guy does. The reason I was kind of off angle there, I was trying to create a thumbnail. That's what I was trying to do. I'll use something for a thumbnail. But we're glad to see baseball back in 2021. Same game, new league, probably new attitude, something like that. You got a beat on it. You got a beat on it. That was good. Okay, bases loaded. That was hit by a pitch. So now the bases are juiced with 2 outs. Golden opportunity to hit a grand slam right now. Okay, bases loaded again. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Looks like. Oh, that brings in a run. Safe at first. Brings in a run. We'll take that. Beat out the throw. So that leaves the bases loaded, 2 outs. Now it's 4-1. I also noticed, I'll explain between innings. Let's see what happens on this 2-2 count. Okay, now it's full count. I noticed that there's no video cameras mounted where we sit. That'll be right up there. Usually it's like each team will have a video crew does what they call to show the players how they educate the players in the batting and pitching positions by videotaping the game. So they watch the tapes of their at-bats and their pitch. At this level, they don't have a video crews for every team. So just leave it their option. It's just an expense that they don't need to make at this level. And that was a wild strike 3. That's the end of that inning, end of the threat. Going to the top of the 5th with this classic shot right here. We're going to go back in the stands. Okay, this is back by popular demand, guys.
Ethan the Big Show over here. Last public standing.
Here we go.
Ready? Let's go.
There they go. Oh, wow. I feel sorry for the green ball. I feel sorry for the green ball. Oh, they missed.
Last one, guys.
Last one. That was a total whiff.
Ready?
Come on, Green. Stand. Green Brave. Take that hit. There we go.
Brady with the run.
Oh, and all that. Back by popular demand. That was enjoyable.
Fans, be sure to find your 50-50.
Okay, we're at the bottom of the 6th, and we're down 5-1. And, whoops. Let's see what happens over here. We got a foul tip back here right now. Carla, if you're still watching this video, Ace said hi. Rocket is a no-show today for this game, but Ace is here, and he said hi. Full count, 2 outs, 2 on, by 2 B's, and there's 2 LumberKings on bases. Nice. Oh! Got lucky. Snagged it. Took away a line drive. Bottom of 7th, 2 on, no outs. That's ball 4, bases loaded. Bases loaded. Let's hear the lady in the back behind me. Let's do it. 2-2 count, bases loaded, no outs. Strike 3. That's the first out. Here we go. Ah, nasty cut right there. That's strike 1. We're going to stay with this batter also. Now it's 2 outs. Cracking a bat. Everybody will go, go, go.
thing ever.
Look, that's strike two. Watch your odds of strike three. Every tail will score and you run it.
Oh wait, he's like, oh no. And I've never seen a man walk.
Aye, 1 and 2.
Oh no. Right after this day, we did. Right after this day. And he goes, oh no.
Oh, really? Home bar plug sitting right there next to you.
Hit my pitch. That's gonna bring a run in. And if it moves up 90 feet, and you get hit by a pitch. If this guy hits one out of here, he's the go-ahead run.
Well, what was the song?
1-0, we'll stay with this batter also. Like I said, this is a very interesting.
Well, I mean, it's great. Yeah, I mean, if it was not different. You know that the kids listen to this because, I mean, that's what they do. But it's inappropriate to be playing in school. It was so fun.
2-0.
Well,
The only thing I see a bunch of
Don't know what the batting average because the ribbon light out there is malfunctioned the last couple games.
Give me that one, would you? Everyone's baseball. Everyone's baseball. Hey, Paul.
Wow. Strike one.
Paul right in front of you. Where did this come from? That little dog? I just
Penny, really.
Here we go. 2-2. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Wow. Full count. Yeah, everybody be going on this pitcher. On this pitch, everybody will be running.
Yeah.
Foul ball. Clank. Yeah. Paid players couldn't do that. They just thinking a bunch of amateurs to do it. That's it. I think the game's over on this one. That's three strikeouts. 3 strikeouts the last 4 batters. Oh, come on. We got 2 runners on. And he strikes out. Okay, we're going to the top of the 9th. We're down 6-3. This game is over. We lose 6-3. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, even though the LumberKings did lose to the Burlington Bees 6-3, I think that our market has accepted this new league pretty well. It was a good crowd today. About almost 2,000 people was in attendance today. So I guess people are learning to accept the new league. Luckily, we still have baseball in town. And luckily, we still have baseball on our YouTube channel. Hope you guys enjoy. We are planning on 4 more games this year. And we're going to have 3 new markets on this vlogs. Coming up later in June. Of course, in July, David Langley, if you're watching, too bad we can't make it down to your neighborhood for a game. But trust us, we will film your Cape Girardeau catfish up here. when they come up play our LumberKings up here. So David Langley, look out for that video too. Unfortunately, there's a team out in West Virginia. We won't probably see them until sometime in the future if they allow those teams to travel this far west in this league. Remember, they're only playing 60 games in a season, and you only play 30 home games, 30 road games. So it's kind of like a traveler's nightmare for these guys. But we wish the LumberKings best this season. They fall today, and their record as of this video, 3 wins, 2 losses. They probably slipped out of first place, technically. We don't know because I don't have the standings right now. As we watch this video, they play either back on a winning streak or on a losing streak. But this is first of 4 more baseball vlogs I'm planning to do here on the channel. Like I said, a very short season, so we gotta keep rolling them out. The next one will be sometime in June. I'm thinking about mid-June. And we're gonna do one in, we got 2 games I'm planning in July. And one, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to film 2 videos in one day because the next game I want to film is the day after we come back from our vacation. After we do our little review video from our vacation, then we'll delay a game video by 8 days. So this way I don't have to film on that Thursday, basically. So we'll discuss more then as we get closer to it. But we fall short today. 6-3 final score here versus Burlington Bees. Same results if we were, if it was developmental baseball or not. Right now we're in this video. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. We'll see Angie tomorrow. I got some special plan for her tomorrow. All right. We'll see you guys later.